ball finds a hole up the middle.
Steps up, goes deep left side, receiver open, counting, touchdown Titans! Takes a nice shot outside the goal box and he will break the 0-0 tie. Fantastic shot by Kenloff Solon.
Giller makes a move, a good one, opportunity here, the Bears score! The Bears strike first.
He's at the 40, he's down to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jalen Bryan. Why not? What a beautiful run.
Maureen there, fights her off the puck, opportunity here, another sit, and a goal! Second chance effort for the Pioneers.
Put the icing on the cake, if you will, Michael. Go down and got to the outside and said good evening and good night.
What's happening, everybody? Thanks for joining us again here on TV19 Sports as we're awaiting the tip-off of our second game here this evening. A huge Metro East Conference matchup as Tartan hosts North. You see the records, Tartan at 14-1, North at 11-3. It's Sam Erickson and my main man, John Miller, with me to call all the action. How are you doing, John?
I'm super excited, Sam. This is going to be a heck of a game, and you should be in for a treat.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a game because there was a couple of good games last year. We're going to start with a couple highlights from the end of the game at North last year. North end up coming back to take the lead at the very end of this one. Jordan Horn misses the game-tying jumper, and you see North wins it 66-64 back on January 15th of 2016. Well, as I mentioned, these are Metro East Conference foes, so they'll play each other again. We also did their game down at Tartan. That one went to Tartan a little more handily.
Oh, yeah, Jordan Horn just absolutely took over that game. He had to be upset about that last-second missed shot. And that game that they lost was at North. At Tartan, they weren't going to lose in front of their home crowd against North St. Paul. But North St. Paul has lost a lot of players, and Good News Copigal has stepped up, but I still think Tartan's got a lot of depth on their team.
So the two split the season series a year ago, both winning a game. But we'll take a look at how things are going so far this year, and no surprise to see North and Tartan right at the very top of the Metro East standings.
Yeah, Sam, this is a huge Metro East game. North is currently sitting at 6-0, 11-3 overall. Tartan at 6-1, 14-1 overall. So if this is a huge interconference game, if Tartan wins, they take over North for second place, just right behind Matamidi. If North wins, they're only following Matamidi, and they play Matamidi later on this month. So it's definitely a huge game for both teams. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, so that's how the Metro East is sitting right now. But let's take a look at how both the teams squaring off here tonight match up.
Yeah, we have North. Let's start off with North. They're currently beating opponents by an average of 7.5 points per game. Their scoring is led by one player. We'll get into him a little bit later. Tartan's beating points by an average of 20 points per game, which is an amazing feat. And their scoring is led by their 5 solid starters. As I was talking about, they have a very deep team here at Tartan.
There's a look at how the teams match up. But now we're going to take a look at how a couple of the star individual players are going to compete here tonight.
Yeah, Sam, these players are stars. We have Good News Copigal, the 6'5" junior, averaging 21.8 points per game. This guy can do it all. He can do the mid-range jump shots. He can dunk. He can even drain it from outside of downtown. There's a dunk right there. This guy is a player to watch, and he's averaging 10 points more than he did last year. Now we'll get into Tartan. Number 23 guard Jordan Horn, the 6'2" senior. He's committed to Siena out in New York, which is a huge deal for him. He's averaging 17.9 points per game. He is the leader of this Tartan team, and in order for one of these two teams to win, these two star players are going to make the difference.
Yeah, Jordan Horn just recognized for a career milestone in terms of points scored. We've got a great matchup here. It's North versus Tartan. When we get back, don't go anywhere.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? Or show solidarity?
Thank you, babe. You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Welcome back, everybody. Getting ready to tip things off. North St. Paul and Tartan. Tartan hosting here in a huge Metro East Conference matchup. As both these teams coming into this one, a very good record. North 6-0 in the Metro East. Tartan 6-1. That one loss to Matamidi, their only loss on the season. Sam Erickson and John Miller here to call the action for what should be a great matchup.
Yeah, Sam, it's going to be a great Metro East matchup. Both, as you highlighted, both these teams very close in the standings, just trailing Matamidi.
Horn now from way out, and that is good. So that's something to keep an eye on there as he starts off hot. And that one a few steps beyond the arc.
Yeah, Jordan Horn just nailing it from a few feet. That was a deep three, Sam. That was impressive. Beautiful shot, and that's why he's a D1 recruit.
It's a big start for the Titans. North now with their first possession. Josh Steckler. He'll give to Capedgel. Capedgel at the top of the arc. Looks to go off the dribble. A lot of contact. No call. Gets to the basket.
Yeah, number 24 there, Jordan Thompson, was out of bounds. He came back and touched the ball in play, so that's going to remain North ball.
I'm surprised no call on that drive by Capedgel, number 1 of North. See him talking with the official a little bit after that. There's Gary Dixon. Dixon to Steckler. Steckler now inside. Fadeaway jumper. That's off the back iron and rebounded by Jovan Walker, number 22 for Tartan.
Yeah, just from a pure size advantage, Tartan has the bigger team. Jovan Walker with the big board right there. He's a big boy. 6'5" senior.
Tartan works it around. Now Horn in the corner. Dribbles once, then throws it up. That's off and rebound to the right for North. Ahead to Bryce Phillips, and he's going to convert the easy lay-in.
Yeah, nice lay-in there by Bryce Phillips. Jordan Horn just missing just a bit on that last possession.
Noah Whalen dribbles to his left. He'll give to Jordan Horn. Horn drops it down to Walker in the post. Walker got a good size advantage on anyone in North, but he kicks it out to Jordan Thompson. Thompson nails it, and a couple threes give Tartan the early 6-2 lead.
Yeah, one football player to another, I'm pretty sure, right there.
Walker rejected, but a foul on Thompson before the block. That is 2 shots as Capedgel will go to the line, try and get his first points here. That off the front iron rolls and out.
Yeah, free throws are going to matter this game, Sam. This is going to be a close one, so let's watch out for that.
Oddly quiet in the gym here in the early going. A lot of suspense leading up to this matchup.
You think the crowd would be a little more into it on a North free throw right there.
I think crowd kind of anticipating to see what happens here. Both teams kind of feeling each other out in the early stages. 6-3. Tartan with the early lead. Horn now gets it, drops down low to Walker. Walker gets the double team, ball poked away, but falls kindly to Antoine Kimmons. Kimmons picks up the dribble. He finds Thompson. Thompson to Horn. Horn with Capedgel on him. Horn went up for the layup, but good job kicking it out to Noah Whalen. And Whalen knocks down the three-pointer, so 3 threes now for Tartan as they have a 9-3 lead.
Jordan Horn showing you why he's a D1 recruit right there. He can stroke it from 3, but that assist was phenomenal. That was great court vision.
Adjustment in midair. That one way too long for Jaquaz Towns. Whalen's going to throw it up again. That one's good. And maybe got a little contact on the follow-through. And head coach Joe Jacquard is going to take a timeout for North. As the Tartan Titans are showing their stuff from beyond the arc. 4 3-pointers to start it off, and they lead it 12-3 with just over 15 minutes left to go in the opening half.
Hey, that's how you get the crowd into it. They were just waiting to erupt over there. I think they were just waiting to see if they could get a little bit of separation between in the points. But Noah Whalen showing great 3-point range. Tartan starting off hot with 4 3-pointers to start the game, and that's not gonna happen all game. So they need to start focusing on maybe Javon Walker down in the lane. But North, as we saw right there, they had a nice double team on him because Javon Walker's a big kid.
Yeah, nearly poked the ball away on a possession before. Finds its way to Whalen's hands. He knocked that one down, and then one right after. Thought Whalen maybe got fouled on the follow through. That second one still knocked it down. He kind of turned to the ref, made a motion. But the Titans are pumped up with the 9-point lead early here at home. Kind of saw that in the girls' game as Tartan jumped out to an early lead and never looked back. Not quite such a lead here for Tartan in the boys' game, but starting off hot nonetheless.
Yeah, they're distributing the ball very well. They have 3 players that have already scored in the first 3 minutes. All 3-pointers, as I was talking about. I think they're 4 for 4 on 3-pointers right now.
The ball to be inbound for North. Sorry, John.
Oh, they're already starting with the full court press. They're not going to let down. They got this lead, and they don't want to let go of it.
Phillips able to dribble up past half court, get past the pressure. Steckler now tries to dribble to his left. Doesn't find anybody. Now finds a teammate. Drive baseline, poked away and taken by Tartan.
The good news, Capogo may be a heck of a player, but he just set one of the worst picks I've ever seen on that last possession.
Good drive by Jordan Horn as the ball rounds out of the basket. 3-on-1. But an individual effort by Jaquas Towns takes the contact, and he'll go to the line for the old school 3-point play. Somehow, Horn did a great job to get that layup off, rolls around the rim, comes off, and somehow North ends up with it going the other way.
Hey, the basketball's a fickle thing, and anything can happen. As we watched in the girls' game, a little bounce could go one way or another. Luckily, this one went north, or not luckily, but it did go North St. Paul's way.
And there's another free throw miss from North St. Paul.
There's Javon Walker just using that size. Just absolute mammoth of a man.
Whalen with it, tried to get it to Horn, who was doing a back cut, finds it at his feet, gives it to Thompson. Thompson's off, and the rebound goes to the right and to North.
That's what I was saying, Sam. They're not going to make every 3-pointer, so if North can stick to their game, not get rattled, get some easy 2s.
Good dish by Good News, but a rejection from Walker. He stands his ground. Jaquas Towns finding stuff difficult here in the early going. 3-pointer again quick from Tartan. That is also off. So Thompson, after knocking on that first one, has missed a couple.
Nice board by Steckler there, just being aggressive against the bigger guy, and that's what you need to do if you want to get back in this game.
Phillips dishes. Towns to Steckler.
I think Towns had an easy shot at a 2 there.
Towns switches again. Phillips off the dribble. Able to get some space and gets the bucket to go as Isaiah Winfield, number 30, was playing defense.
Yeah, Bryce Phillips with an early 4 points per game. He's averaging 9.5 on the year, so he's already halfway there. And they're probably going to need somebody to step up because Tartan's going to be all over Good News.
Yeah, it might be a tough task for North to find where their scoring is going to come from. Good point, John, as they're really going to be focusing on Good News Compedgel. Foul by Steckler beyond the arc.
Yeah, they did miss that one, Sam. He definitely fell into him. I know he tried to back off, and I'd say it was more of a 70-30 call. You'll see it right here on this 3-pointer. Goes up for a 3, and he just gives them the little elbow. If he would have held that elbow back, no foul, because the ref was looking at that the whole time.
You saw Steckler just kind of a little bit late to arrive. That one trickles on top of the rim, but falls. And both teams kind of starting off not shooting free throws very well.
Yeah, it's crazy to see Noah Whalen. He can drill it from 3-pointer, but free throws are always a crazy thing in high school and college basketball.
Sometimes be tough for those shooters who are used to kind of catching and shooting, getting the shot off on the move to kind of be stationary there at the free throw line. I'm sure Whalen kind of liked to maybe put a little jump shot into his free throw.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely has a nice shot.
A couple substitution. Number 1, Kingston Miles coming in for Jordan Thompson. That is for Tartan.
Does their whole football team play basketball, Sam?
Hey, if you got good athletes, why not use them? And then Lonnie Thomas, number 2, has checked in for North. Good News getting it back, loses the ball almost with an impressive slam, but nothing doing there. And Bryce Phillips gets it back almost with an impressive layup, somehow gets the basketball back and finds Lonnie Thomas. And now Tartan's going to take a timeout.
You know what? It may have not looked that great, but all the hustle those guys put on there was phenomenal. And as a coach, you really can't ask for more. They may have got a little sloppy with their ball handling, but they weren't going to not get 2 points there.
And we'll take another look at it. It's Good News just losing the ball.
He was going for that dunk.
And then Bryce Phillips loses it going up for that layup, but how about Phillips staying with it, keeping it alive, and an awesome chest pass right to Lonnie Thomas.
Good news, he wanted to slam that ball down. He was ready for it.
There's a brief look at the Tartan student section. There's a look at Joe Von Walker. It's a packed gymnasium here tonight at Tartan. Gotta love that this one's on a Friday night, so everybody can come out. And the Tartan student section really showing up as we're packed in here.
Yeah, get your candy, get your popcorn, get your soda, because this is going to be one to watch.
What is a great conference this year in basketball. The Metro East got Mahtomedi, one of the top teams in Class 3A. Tartan just breaking into the rankings in Class 4A. And North St. Paul strong as well. State tournament team a year ago. Lost a few players, but you saw the record, 11-3 and undefeated in the Metro East coming into this one. So.
Yeah, both these teams trailing a very good Mahtomedi team, but not by much. They'll have their chance to come back.
Horn misses off the glass. Walker can't get the follow-up. Gary Dixon slows it, thought about the three-pointer, and eventually gives it away to Good News Capedgel. Capedgel gets D'd up, but he'll pass it to Bryce Phillips. Phillips looks for somebody, makes a move, pops a jump shot. That one is off. And last touch by North.
Yeah, you saw Jordan Horn right there on Good News, and they weren't going to give Good News the ball. Jordan Horn wasn't going to let Good News go anywhere. So far after that first three by Jordan Horn, he's been awfully quiet.
Horn with the ball now, gets it across half court. Kicks it over to Whalen. Whalen had already hit two, real close on that one, as it looked like they were setting that up. Here's a heat check from Capedgel. And he passes that as right in the face of Kingston Miles, knocks down a tough three-pointer, and it is a 9-14 game. Tartan still with the 5-point lead.
Capegel and Jordan Horn showing you distance today.
And a hold on the ground, foul against North.
Oh, Sam, that looked more of a Tartan foul than it did North, but it's going to go the Tartan way.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who they were calling, but the ball is going to stay on this side, so I figured I had to go against North. And that is, in fact, what happens. Damian Gorgon checking in, number 0 for Tartan, 6'3" senior.
Yeah, they have some big guys on this team, Sam.
Yeah, sorry, John, to say Horn's going to inbound the ball. Whalen gives up the three, brings it in, and gets the shooter's touch on the two-point jumper in the paint. Noah Whalen starting off with a great game so far.
He's got 10 points to start early. He's averaging 11.9 on the year, so, I mean, you know, North's going to try to take away the best players for Tartan. He's going to have to step up and maybe score a few more over his average.
Yeah, we had our players to watch before the game. I think the big storyline might be that secondary player, kind of that player who will step up for either of these teams will really make the big difference.
I think what this game's going to come down to, as you're just talking about, is whose bench is deeper. And it's going to be Tartan's bench is deeper, and Good News is going to, even if he's guarded, he's going to have to take over this game. Like we saw that contested deep three right there. He's going to have to make more of them.
Yeah, we've already seen Tartan use more of their bench so far tonight. Got 3 non-starters out there. As Isaiah Winfield joins Kingston Miles and Gorin off the bench. Gorin with it here, makes a move, and he's a big body underneath, gets the foul and the bucket.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Sam. He's a big boy. Kind of reminds you of, I don't know, Shaq or something.
You got to like having that, big body you can bring off the bench. Maybe when the other team's a little bit worn down.
Yeah, if you look at this team, they have players, almost every single player on their team is averaging at least a point or more. And that's 15 guys almost. That's crazy.
I can tell you, Gorgon too, last year the senior was on the JV team, was one of the big kids on that team, so good for him to see him on the varsity level and contributing here tonight.
Well, we watched that JV game before the girls' game. They had some big guys who we were shocked weren't on varsity.
Yeah, both these programs are really building something, have a lot of depth throughout the entire program. And you're not kidding, John. That was impressive looking JV basketball.
Definitely had some size on them. And right now, I think North's just forcing too many shots. They're not taking the open one.
There's a scramble for the ball, tied up, and possession arrow stays with North. As good effort from Lonnie Thomas, number 2 in white.
You're not really sure how that was a jump ball, Sam. North never really touched it, but nonetheless.
Set up Kingston Miles, number 1, was in there for Tartan. Had size advantage on Thomas, but Thomas was scrappy and did enough for the official to call the jump ball.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to get in your hand in there, and that's all you need.
10:25 left to go in the opening half. 18-12, Tartan leading, but as we expected, it's been close. Good news, baseline drive. Boy, powered through it somehow, gets his own rebound, goes back up, and gets the call.
Yeah, good news showing you why he's one of the best players in the state right there. Had an awkward shot at the first attempt, gets his own rebound, and then gets absolutely mauled. Let's see if he can make these 2 free throws right here.
I mean, he got that double team, and it didn't matter. He was going to try and power through it. And you look at Capello, not a big frame, but boy, he has got some determination and ability to kind of elevate and do some things, alter some things in midair. So far, 0 for 2, though, from the free throw line.
We talked about it. North really needed him to step up this year after losing a couple seniors last year. They had a very good team, and he's done that. He's averaging almost 10 points more per game this year than he did last year, and he's definitely, I know, we talked to some Matamidi guys, and everybody knows how good news is.
It's kind of fun with the with good news from North, Jordan Horn from Tartan, and Parker Fox from Matamidi. Those 3 have kind of gotten close, being, you know, these really good class of basketball players from this area. Good news, of course, though, is a junior, but they all kind of rose to stardom, if you will, at the same time, and has made for some great basketball here in the Metro East.
Yeah, it's great to see them competitive with all of each other, and also to have the amount of respect that they have for each other. You rarely see that. A lot of guys get heated at each other, you know, as they grow up and they play high school basketball together. And usually the better ones will see each other in college, and there's still that heat there. But these guys all have respect, and
that's a great point, John. I love that they, you know, they will compete as hard as possible against each other, but there's a mutual respect there, and definitely shows, and they make it known, which is nice. Bryce Phillips stumbles, somehow keeps his handles. That kid can do something else.
No
as he
way.
banks it off the board. Shades of Steph Curry right there.
Bryce Phillips 6 points early, stepping up. That's just what North St. Paul needs. They cut the lead to 3.
And if I was Bryce Phillips, man, the ball seems to be just, the bounces seem to be going his way. Saw him save one out of bounds, go straight to a teammate. That one somehow stayed with him, and then he got that bank off the board.
Sam, how do you keep his dribble?
I don't know, but Kingston Miles doesn't seem to care. Big response from number 1 from Tartan. Good news now, tries to go the length of the court. And call, as Reshkin say, leads with the elbow. Foul going the other way. Thought he might call for a travel or something there, or get Jordan Horn on the reach. The foul's going to go against
He called him with the elbow,
North.
not the charge?
This is an offensive foul. I think he was saying that Good News was leading with the elbow. I saw him kind of make an elbow motion. It was an offensive foul.
I was going to say, it did look like he was awfully low. The defender's awfully low in the block, where that would be a defender foul no matter what.
So maybe kind of like a player control foul there with the elbow.
I think you
5th team foul for North.
said it right there, Sam. A little heat check there for Kingston Miles.
Yeah, good look, though. Not sure if you're North, you want to leave Miles that wide open, especially after he knocked down the one on the possession before.
Yeah, this Tartan team show you they can stroke it from 3. They have 5 threes already in their early going.
That's 15 of their 21 points, so.
Like I was talking about, though, Sam, they're not going to score all their points off threes, and it's going to come down to who can make the most 2s.
Yeah, that's a good point, John. I think, you know, if North can survive some of that hot shooting from Tartan, like you said, it'll balance out. And if they're still in the game, I think they'll go a long way with North staying in it the whole way, maybe pulling the upset here.
Yeah, Tartan just absolutely making almost every 3-pointer that they've shot tonight, and North is still only down 6. So if they could just hold on just a little bit, wait for Tartan to get a little cold and just stick to their game, give it to Good News, get some easy layups, mid-range jump shots, they're going to be right in it at the end.
Tartan now setting up the half-court offense. Off the dribble into the paint, dish back out to Thompson. Thompson was going to give it to Miles. That took a funny bounce, but Miles somehow keeps it in the half-court. He goes behind the back, has to double clutch as he heads towards the rim, and good defense from the Polars as they get the stop.
Yeah, Kingston Miles showing you his handles right there, though, and so is Good News. What a nice, you know, little turnaround layup. Streaking to the basket.
Not a bad move from a guy who's 6'5". Don't often see the skill level there with the guys that go about 6'5" in high school.
Oh,
Good
yes,
job by Gorgon keeping it alive. Eventually goes to Thompson, and that one's good.
Sam, this is insane at the percentage that they're making three-pointers at. I think they're at about 75 to 80%. I think they've only missed 2 or 3, and they've made now 6 3-pointers.
Bryce Phillips drops it to Good News. Good News maybe going to take advantage of Jordan Horn being on the bench. Fires up at 3, a lot of contact, no call there.
Should have been an and one, Sam. That was a foul. That was a huge foul. If they called the one on the other side of the floor foul, that's definitely a foul.
Yeah, and Good News might have some reason to complain, but I think he's be wise to just kind of keep his emotions in check, as he has not been getting many calls here so far, but he's been making buckets anyway. And so far he's been doing good, just keeping it in check, you know. Obviously not pleased with the officiating.
Just use that. Use it as fuel.
I think so. You saw him hit it on that last three-pointer. We'll take a look there.
Yeah,
what
definitely.
a shot. A lot of contact, though, John. I think you're right. We have a timeout. That's one's going to come from the Tartan bench. They'll talk things over. 7:03 left to go in our opening half. Things are getting closer. Thought we were going to take a look at another replay there quick, but guess not. Oh, here it comes. Eventually. There it goes. Good news, yeah. Got called for the offensive foul there. Not a whole lot to that one either. Elbow was pretty darn low from our shot there.
Tartan player doing his best LeBron James imitation right there.
So Good News definitely not getting the calls here in the early going, but still fighting through it.
The Tartan crowd definitely into this one, waving that Tartan flag.
24-20, home team leading. As it looked like teams are just wrapping up their talks here as Tartan was taking a timeout. We're ready to resume action. As I said, just over 7 minutes left to go in the opening half of a huge Metro East Conference matchup here on TV 19.
Yeah, you'll see Jordan Horn on your screen right there. He's been awfully quiet after that great pass and that huge three-pointer.
Yeah, he's on the bench for a couple minutes there. North able to chip into that lead just a little bit. Now trailing by 4. 24-20, Horn back in with the ball. Good look from Horn. Pump fake and contact as Dixon makes the foul. Been real impressed with Gorgon, Damian Gorgon, the senior forward. Playing high IQ basketball out there. You see him cut. And good job by Horn getting him the ball in space.
Oh, yeah, Sam, I think they definitely drew up that play, or they had that one ready to go after the timeout, because that was a perfectly executed pass. He knew he was going to be there. He was wide open.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Klingsborn from Tartan is kind of using Gorgon, maybe the forgotten player on the floor. I mentioned he was on the JV squad a year ago. So maybe North thinking that they can kind of ignore him a little bit, focus on Horn. And I think Coach is kind of using that to his advantage, trying to get zero open underneath the basket.
I mean,
good
if you
on
look
both
at
free
Sam, every
throws.
player on the court for the Tartan team, Gorgon, Whalen, Horn, Thompson, all these guys are on fire. Who do you guard?
Absolutely, and everyone on the score sheet too.
Kingston Miles has a three from deep, and he's on the court.
Bryce Phillips, one of the few scorers for North, passes to Thomas. Thomas gets it blocked. Gary Dixon there, but can't get the tip to go in. And the ball will stay with North.
I'm pretty sure that was off of North right there, but there was a over the back that the ref didn't call, so he just gave it to North.
I was gonna say, from our viewpoint, that's kind of what I got. Although we're a little bit far from the play, I thought it went off North as well. Call goes their way. Phillips somehow catches it and gets off the shot. I've been real impressed with Bryce Phillips so far here. He's made some difficult plays look easy.
Yeah, once again, Sam, we always think alike. You took the words right out of my mouth. He's now at 8 points. He averages 9.5 points per game. And like we said, somebody's got to step up, and he's doing it.
Cutting Jordan Thompson. Good pass from Gorgon. Gets the contact and the foul. Looked like Thompson almost unable to catch it, but he gathers it in and finishes off the play.
You know, some of these fouls, Sam, that they're giving Tartan are a little chintzy, it seems like, compared to North. They're making Good News work for it on the other end, but they gave that one when there was barely any contact. But you know what? Nonetheless, Thompson's at the line for the extra point.
Got to battle through it. Maybe a little bit of home cooking here in the early going for Tartan.
Somebody give that to the Timberwolves and the Gophers, because that doesn't work. 9 points now for Jordan Thompson. Jordan Thompson averaging 12 on the year, so he's up there too. Definitely the secondary players stepping up.
We kind of talked about that with this one. Might be a story of which secondary players really step up. Dixon almost got it to go. Hits off the front iron. Whalen with the rebound. A lot of pressure, and eventually we'll have a foul. As it looked like Whalen maybe took a few more steps before the foul was called. Thought they might call that foul right off the bat. Then they let the play go. Looked like Whalen took a couple steps, then the foul came in.
Yeah, Sam, I think if you're going to let the play go this long and then call that on good news, nonetheless, it was a foul.
So Capedra going to have to take a seat, as I believe he picked up his second foul there. And you can see the body language a little bit on Good News Dragon, as the calls are definitely not going his way.
Yeah, Whalen now with 11 points. Can make this one 12. And he'll do it. He's got a nice shot, doesn't he?
Absolutely great rotation on the ball there. You saw end over end. Now Phillips doubled before he gets to half. Good time to press for Tartan. And Jordan Horn easily finishes off that. Gary Dixon now with it.
Oh, yeah, he
and
knew
North is going to take a timeout. Good run from the Titans. Going to see what North can do with Good News on the sideline. They'll talk things over. So 5:33 left to go in the first half. Tartan now up by a little bit more. But with that timeout, I want to take some time to remind you folks to get involved with us on social media.
Yeah, folks, you can always like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TV19sports. Post a lot of links to our YouTube videos of all the games and Sports Path. Or you can follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/TV19sports. Or you can follow me and Sam on Twitter at SamTV19 and at JohnTV19. And we will even be on there. You can send us stuff for the social media montage now that we have on Sports Path. So give us some likes, give us some follows. It's a good time.
Yeah. Give us maybe some content from your experiences at this game tonight. We'll definitely be doing the highlights of this one on our next episode.
We're hoping to have Jordan Horn in here sometime on Sports Path.
Maybe after Tartan brings home that state championship, we can get Jordan Horn in for an interview. Parker Fox and Matabidi maybe win a state championship, get them in for an interview.
Yeah,
somehow North wins a state championship as well. Maybe Tartan and North can share the Class 4A state title so we can get everybody in.
You know, Matabidi beating Tartan is a big deal for them, playing in a class down from Tartan. So to beat a team that's top 10 in 4A when you're 3A,
oh, it's huge.
It's huge.
And that was, I think, right after Tartan had kind of just cracked into that top 10.
Yeah, I don't think Tartan is going to try to get theirs on the 10th. We'll be there for that game. They'll try to get it back. They blew a huge lead in that one, and don't think they forgot about it.
Yeah, I believe Matabidi only scoring 14 points in the first half of that game, ended up winning. North getting the bucket there, making it a 9-point game at 33-24. So Tartan blew a 15-point lead in that Matabidi game.
Yeah, Gary Dixon finally getting on the board, but yeah, they definitely blew a big lead, and
that's one of the positives, though, North could take away if they're down at the break.
It's only a 9-point game, Sam. I think anything under 15 is worth coming back from. Not like the girls' game where it was 33-0 to start.
And we've already seen a couple runs in this game. I'm sure we'll see a couple more as North gets another stop.
Yeah, Jordan Thompson trying to get too fancy right there. Nobody was in his face. He tries to go between the legs, knees it out of bounds.
So some loose full court pressure, but Horn lets Phillips gets up across the half court.
This is a good job by Jordan Horn to make Bryce Phillips use his left hand to drive down the court. He's obviously can't dribble very well with that hand, so that's very smart player right there.
Horn now in the paint, can't get it off the glass to go.
Nice job by Gary Dixon. It looked like the Tartan player was going to come back down. He reaches right, he tips the ball to his own player. Great job right there.
Heads up play from number 5 with the ball now. He'll give to Steckler. Steckler missing his first three-point attempt on the last possession. Here's one now. That's off the back iron and rebound to Jordan Horn.
Yeah, if you're Tartan, just slow things up. You don't gotta speed things up. We got Javon Walker back in the game.
Yeah, Walker, senior on this team. Kind of their big post presence and got a size mismatch there, but good double team defense. But nice job by Noah Whalen on the cut, but unable to make the layup. And a frustration foul by Kingston Miles after North took the ball away.
Yeah, Griffin Whalen just missing the layup right there, but earlier in that possession, looked like he had a huge moving pick that the refs didn't call. Nonetheless, North St. Paul ball. They need to score on this possession, Sam. Down by 9, 3 minutes to go in the half. Let's see if, good news is out of the game. Give the ball to Bryce Phillips and see what happens. Let this kid take it over.
That was only Tartan's 4th team foul. North, on the other hand, with 8 team fouls, so Tartan already into the bonus. Tartan with a few fouls to give. Here's Bryce Phillips again, holds the ball. Steckler with it now. That's number 32, Cahill Golden. Golden pass into Dixon.
Yeah, somebody's got to move. Somebody needs to get open.
Dixon holds it, nearly a 5-second call. Ref still counting, got rid of it, but ill advised as Antoine Kimmons steals it away, and Kimmons makes the pass break layup.
Great defensive possession there by Tartan. Kimmons getting the steal and just bringing it home. Somebody needs to get open for Tartan, and they need to put good news back in the game because besides Bryce Phillips, nobody else on this team can really score.
Yeah, be interesting. Good news on the bench with 2 fouls. Be interesting to see if he'll make it back in with this first half or if North just tries to hang on and keep it close going into the break.
As long as Jordan Horn's in the game, good news needs to get back in there.
Dixon from just above the free throw line. That one's short. Rebound to Noah Whalen. Now coming the other way with numbers. Good pass from Whalen inside to Horn. But I think Bryce Phillips able to get a hand on it, block it away.
Yeah, nice block. Slow it up. Nice. Bryce Phillips has impressed me a lot today, Sam.
Yeah, it started with that Steph Curry style play. End up converting a runner off the glass after you doing some nifty ball handling.
Yeah, I mean, the shot wasn't pretty, but the nifty ball handling, so that made the shot deserve to go in.
He's just been so quick, too. He's just kind of quick to react, a step ahead of everybody. Steckler trying to do something along the baseline. Nothing there, so he'll pass it to Bryce Phillips. Phillips dribbles to his right. Got Horn in the air, but passed it.
It looks like he almost had that pick and roll there, Sam.
Good drive by Thomas, but rejected. Not sure who got a hand in it for Tartan, maybe 2 players. Horn takes it. Thompson's going to throw up another three-pointer, and that's good.
Sam, you've got to be kidding me right now with these three-pointers. Thompson with 12 in the early going. Now he's at 0.8 more than his season average, so somebody's stepping up.
You got to wonder if that's part of the offensive design here at Tartan. Shoot a lot of threes. You see that a lot in college and in the NBA these days. Not a bad strategy. Working so far.
Yeah, Lonnie Thomas with a nice offensive board right there, putting it back for 2.
Kimmons tries to throw up the runner. Almost rebounded by Walker, but North eventually gets it.
Looked like he off the heezy'd his own player. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a dribble off another player's face.
I believe Heezy might stand for head then, off the head there, off the Heezy.
Off the Heezy.
I'm down with the slang.
I think all these high school players will know the lingo.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That might be a little too old for them.
I think so. I don't know if Heezy's been jumping into anybody's snap stories as of late.
Well, I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah. I like it.
Man, he really used his Heezy on that last play.
There you go. Hey, you got to build your catchphrases here as a commentator, right?
Exactly.
You got one. So Steckler's going to have to hit the bench for North. Bryce Phillips took a seat as well. Steckler looked like he came up a little, limping a little bit.
Tell you what, Sam, Tartan's got a really strong starting 5. And even some good bench there. But their starting 5 is big. They may not be the fastest, but they have guys who can play down low, they can shoot plenty of threes, we can see today.
When you kind of just look at the guys, I mean, they just size-wise, they have the ability to kind of work in and out with Walker down low. So, and they have those three-point shooters, so if they need to dump it down low, they can, and just kind of work the ball that way. And even Horn's able to kind of do a little post-up as we see here. Gets in the lane. Boy, Thomas, if he's getting the foul, that looked pretty clean there.
I thought, I was just,
Foul goes on Thomas because you saw Horn kind of turn into the hand of Thomas, but foul is the call.
hometown cooking's brewing today, Sam. I know Tartan would be winning this game without it, but there have been some pretty chintzy calls that we haven't seen on North that Tartan's getting.
Jordan Horn, nothing but twine on the first. And Good News will come back, albeit just 22 seconds left to go here in the opening period.
Yeah, I think it's a little too late there, Sam. I think they're just going to bring him in to shoot a three. That's what I think they brought him in for.
Try and maybe just get one basket somehow.
Yeah,
They know he won't, well, hopefully won't foul on the offensive end.
I don't think so.
But Capetchel had to sit on the bench for a little while in the first half with 2 fouls. Now back. And it looks like North's going to hold to try and get the final shot here in the opening half.
Yeah, Tartan definitely creating some separation in this game, now up by 14. But yeah, they brought Good News in exactly for what I said. He's going to pop a three from distance. Oh, that was a foul.
Big foul. As Good News been taking shots all night. Been a physical game for him. Looks like he's feeling it a little bit on that one. It's collided with a couple Tartan players.
Yeah, you can't miss that one if you're the referee, that's for sure. Yeah, Jordan Horn just trying to come in for the steal, but he wasn't using his heezy going for that steal.
Yeah, lucky Good News didn't get knocked into heezy.
Oh.
It's awfully close. Errant pass from Thomas. Somehow Capetchel able to block it, and somehow Noah Whalen able to follow. Long distance shot. That's no good. And the buzzer will sound. That'll be the end to a frantic half here from Tartan High School, but the Titans lead it big, 42-26 going into the break. We'll have half number 2 for you when we get back.
We've all seen stories of conflict that ended with peace. We've seen stories of hunger end in abundance. We see stories of fear, despair, and poverty, but they can end with courage, hope, and love. With you. Be a part of writing a story that's greater than poverty. Learn how at worldvision.org.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, everybody, to TV19 Sports, awaiting the second half start. As Tartan hosting North here in Metro East boys basketball action. Tartan with an impressive first half. As you see the score there, they lead at 42-26. There's a look at number 15, Noah Whalen. He had a pretty good first half, eh, John?
Yeah, Noah Whalen was an absolute beast in that first half. He was nailing threes all over, making some easy 2s and layups. He had 14 points in the first half, and we were talking about somebody had to step up with Jordan Horn being covered so heavily, and he was the man to do it. So he's definitely our player of the first half.
Yeah, nice job by number 15 there in gray. Good team effort all around. Tartan shooting the ball pretty well in that first half. North having a little tougher time.
Yeah, they definitely shot over 50% from three-point range. And we said it wouldn't last, but it did.
Yeah, so far, we'll see. Maybe if things cool off here in the second half. As North definitely stayed with Tartan at the beginning of that first half, but it was kind of towards the end. Good News had to take a seat because of a couple fouls. That's when things really kind of turned south for the Polars. But you see, man, if Good News gets somewhere within 15 feet of the basket, that's such a smooth shot. Nothing but net on that.
Yeah, Good News definitely was not shut down by Tartan. He had 10 points that first half. He's now sitting at 12.
Kimmins trying to make something happen, and a late foul coming against Josh Steckler. And North committing a few more team fouls than Tartan in the first half. Things continue here.
I'm not sure if they're fouling more, if the refs are more quicker to blow the whistle, because even that one looked, I thought Good News was fouled down on the other end of the court.
Horn from 3, got enough of a look to rattle it home.
That's not what you want. Horn now with 10 points, 7 unders, almost 8 unders season average.
45-28. Bryce Phillips, a lot of contact. And finally a foul call in on Kimmins.
Yeah, I thought he just tripped right there. To tell you the truth, Sam, I thought Phillips tripped more than there was a foul, but
yeah, maybe a makeup call for on the other end. It's kind of a bailout call. They got Steckler with a foul as one of the Tartan players is trying to keep the ball alive, just kind of out of bounds. Capegel somehow knocks down that three from the wing.
He's a one-man wrecking crew, Sam.
And let's see if Horn can exchange some blows. Good vision to get it out to Whalen. Whalen gets it down low to Thompson. Thompson back out to Whalen. Whalen's going to shoot quick. That one hits off the back iron. Long rebound. Not handled by Thompson from Tartan. And North will get it. Good news coming into the lane. That's a block foul. And the bucket is good.
Good news, knew what he had to do coming in the second half. He had to take over in order for his team to do it because he can make contested shots. He's not trying to do too much. He can make it from anywhere on the court.
Boy, he's really coming out with purpose here in the second half. Did get a chance maybe to sit a little bit more than some of these guys from Tartan because of foul trouble in that first half. A little bit fresher, but you can't count out that determination from number one for North as he basically single-handedly led them back last year. Came up with a huge three-pointer to eventually tie it. They went ahead and got the W. That was at North. Tartan won that reverse fixture, though, so they split the season series 1-1.
Yeah, they absolutely dominated that second game, as you would know. Good news now with 18 points, averaging 21.8 on the year. I'm going to guess he's going to end up near around 30 at the end of the game if he stays out of foul trouble.
That one rattles out for Jordan Horn is from around the same spot that he made one to start off the game, way out. Got the first one to go. That one doesn't go.
Sam, I'm trying to figure out how that, once again, that wasn't a foul. I really don't know why Tartan is getting less calls than North is, because that definitely looked like there was some grabbing. You'll see right here, he's grabbing him, he's slapping at his leg.
Looked like Kimmins got a piece of Steckler's wrist there trying to grab for the loose ball. And even before that, kind of reaching over his back to, impact the inlet pass. Good news, tries another three. Steckler does a good job elevating, puts it up again. That one long, and the rebound goes to Tartan.
Yeah, I know Steckler he put up that shot. I think he should have slowed it down, kicked it back out, reset the offense, and get a score. You're down by 11. 2 points is a huge deal now. You still have 16 minutes left in the game.
Norton coming in again for Tartan. He did a lot of good work as this North team coming into this matchup a little bit undersized. And the 6'3 senior definitely bigger than any polar defender on the court.
Yeah, he's now got 6 points this season average on the year. And if you're Tartan, I don't know why you don't give the ball down to Javon Walker and to Gorgon. They're calling everything for Tartan down low. So if you get a little bit of contact, they're going to call it for you.
Georgia makes the first. You got Jovan Walker on the bench right now.
I'm sorry, that's his 5th point, not his 6th. So he's 1 away from his season average.
Going for it right here. Number 0. That off the front iron. Rebounded by North, so 1 of 2 for Georgian at the line. Good news takes it the whole way. A lot of contact, no call. Another one put up, Gary Dixon. And the ref spot a contact there. And Dixon will go to the line.
I get that, Capogo was being a little erratic right there. It still looked like he was hacked. There you see the missed layup.
That was a foul on Dixon on the follow-up. There's a look at Jovan Walker just before that on the bench for Tartan right now.
Got to make that free throw there. If you're Gary Dixon, you need it. You only got 2 points right now. You and Bryce Phillips got to step up. Phillips did his part in the first half. Now it's Dixon's turn. Both these guys averaging 9 points per game on the year.
Yeah, one of the leading scorers for this Polar team. Now, good news, kind of the main scorer at over 20 a game, but you got both Steckler and Phillips coming in with 9 apiece. Steckler just under 9. Phillips and Dixon coming in with 9 apiece. Phillips with 9.5 a game. Good move by Antoine Kimmins. You see how he can elevate. He got up towards the rim and made the lay-in.
Yeah, it's quick. Kimmins' 4th point of the game. That was a great baseline drive and great readjustment on that layup.
I believe Kimmins another one of these dual football basketball players here at Tartan.
That's Phillips trying to do too much right there. He had Steckler wide open.
No call, but it will be a charge. Bucket was no good regardless. But with the charge, we go the other way. That will be the 4th team foul now here on Tartan.
Yeah, Jordan Horn. Great set of your feet there by Steckler. You couldn't ask for better defense. He knew Jordan Horn was coming. Looked like he was going to keep moving his feet, and then they just stuck. Great play there by Steckler. Just what his team needed. They need to score right here, and I think you need to give the ball to Good News. Let him create some havoc.
Yeah, Steckler getting a much-needed breather. You mentioned what great job by Steckler keeping his feet. Referee's even a little late to that call.
That was
Horn
a foul
gets
right
it.
there. I don't know how that wasn't a foul right there, Sam, to tell you the truth. Once again on Kimmins, he was reckless, and Phillips planted his feet. Although he may not have had the ball, that was still a foul. I don't know what the refs are looking at right now, but they're definitely not calling an even game for North St. Paul.
Gary Dixon out on the wing. He's going to dribble and give it away to Good News Capedgel. Capedgel into the lane. And it's going to be an offensive foul. It's Noah Whalen doing a good job standing the ground. And that is foul number 3.
It's a pretty close call there, Sam, but it did look like he planted his feet just in time.
So 50-35, 14-22 left to go in the game. Jordan Horn gets out the bow and arrow and snipes that three-pointer. As it's now 53-35, Tartan opening that lead back up again, almost 20 points.
Yeah, Jordan Horn, he's got a nice shot. He's definitely can shoot it from anywhere on the court.
Good dish from Good News. Whalen gets the puck.
Yeah, he got
what a
more
foul
arm
underneath
there.
the basket. We'll take a look at that one. Look clean to me from here.
Looks like we got some crap talk in here between Jaquaz Towns and Jordan Horn. You'll see that. Ooh, it looked like he did get arm there at the end, but it was a clean block to start. But once you get that arm before or after, it's a foul.
Yeah, definitely. He got a slight touch on the ball. I think if he was able to palm the ball a little bit more, would have made the.
Oh man, great.
Would have made it easier for the refs. Probably would have been a clean block.
Whalen talking crap to Towns there while he's shooting the free throw. This game's getting a little testy here. I saw Jordan Horn was getting into it with him, and then Whalen. So things are getting a little feisty down low.
To be expected. You know, we talk about there's a lot of friendships on both sides of this rivalries, but they're competitors, and you know, for a couple hours they're gonna go at it. But at the end of the day, I think when all's said and done, a lot of mutual respect out there.
Oh,
but,
most definitely, Sam.
A lot of bragging rights on the line, and
well, they'll play each other again. They play each other once again on the 21st. That will be at North. That definitely will have an effect. Both these teams won on their home court last year. But I think Tartan is showing you that they are the better team today, most definitely.
Kingston Miles not able to inbound it right away. Eventually gets it in. Here's Walker back into the game for Tartan. He's got a good mismatch. Works himself under the basket, follows his own miss, and makes the bucket.
Sam, I'm going to ask you a question. How you can't really stop a guy who's elbowing you. I mean, that should have been called. I know I've been talking about the refs here, but you can't play defense when a guy just keeps pushing you away, and I don't know how the refs don't call that.
Yeah, there's a difference between kind of using that forearm and then using your body in a legal manner. Cahill Golden, though, heavily undersized against Jovan Walker. Tartan going to go in transition. Kingston Miles wanted the throwdown. Was able to keep the ball with them.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a loose ball will have a jump ball. It's going to stay with Tartan.
Yeah, things are getting scrappy down there, Sam. Lonnie Thomas just tried to help up Javon Walker, and he shoved him away. It's getting a little scrappy down there. I don't know what's going on here.
Well, you know, there's a lot of anticipation leading up to these games. A lot of time for teams to exchange beliefs, let's say, about who's going to win. And maybe when one team doesn't perform as they had hoped, things get a little testy. Timeout on the floor. I think Tartan took that one. 12:34 left to go in the ball game. Tartan leading it big, 55-35. And with that timeout, we are going to take time to remind you that we always need the work of volunteers here at TV19 Sports, whether it be running a camera, as you see one of our operators doing right there. Always do a wonderful job bringing you the shots that we got here this evening. And if you have any interest in doing that, maybe running graphics behind the scene, you could contact Arlen Becker on that contact info you just saw there on the screen. Would love to have you involved, and couldn't do it without our volunteers.
No, we couldn't. They do great camera work, I tell you what. Got to give it to those camera guys and the people in the truck. They do a great job.
A lot of production behind the scenes, graphic stuff. You might get a chance to work in a production truck for any younger viewers out there, maybe interested in doing something like that. Great opportunity to get some experience in the field.
Especially those kids at Century College.
There's good news on the bench. Picked up his third foul not too long ago. And he was not looking very happy as he made his way to the bench. Tartan leading big here. I don't think this has gone the way that anybody has expected. As Jovan Walker nets another one to make it a 22-point game.
Yeah, Sam, I don't want to say it, but this one seems like it might be a little too much for North St. Paul to come back.
Lonnie Thomas off the miss. Bryce Phillips gets the board and the reach-in foul. Golden gonna inbound here for North. He gets it to, that is Brendan Langford Johnson, number 13. Johnson, the freshman guard. Part of the future here at North St. Paul. Into the game as well, number 12, that is Michael Geving. He's a senior forward. There's a look at Geving.
Yeah, I think North St. Paul is just trying to get a rotation in. They know that this one's kind of out of hand, so they're going to play some backups.
Geving gets it. Thought about a three-pointer. He's got Horn right on him. Good defense from Jordan Horn. Bryce Phillips off the dribble, loses it again as Phillips has had a tough second half. Taking a few spills and just kind of losing the ball. As all the bounces kind of seem to go his way early on in this game. Nothing's gone right for number 4 since then.
Yeah, he's definitely, it seems like the second half he really tried to do too much.
Jovan Walker again makes a move, and the reverse land is all good.
Like I was talking about, Sam, why do you not feed the post down low? And that's what they should do, and that's what they should have been doing all game, even when they were up by 10 to 15 points.
Definitely with the players that North has on the court right now, you see nobody has either the height or the kind of the size, the width to deal with Walker. Maybe North strategy there is trying to get back into it with some long distance shooting. That one is good.
Oh, that three did not count.
Refs are going to discuss a few things. Not exactly sure. Were they discussing maybe the timeout call before the shot went up?
I'm not sure what happened here, but I don't think the
ref under the basket's got the 3-point made.
There's a foul before the shot, so scratch that. 3 for Cahill Golden.
No, are they saying, they're not saying foul on the shot, are they? I'd have to take a look here. I don't think there was any contact on the shooter.
I didn't see any contact at all.
So looking if maybe there was kind of some scrapping going on away from the ball, but really didn't look like it there either.
No, I was looking at the same thing. I was looking for down low and on the outside of the wing because there definitely wasn't one where near the ball.
There is some discussion. Looks like one of the scorers for North St. Paul in red there on the left side. Maybe getting a scoring clarification.
Yeah, that still unclear on what happened there. I know the 3 must have not accounted.
There was a timeout, so two teams talking some things over. We're going to take another look. Not sure if we can see what happened. And looks like the referee under the basket called something after the ball went through the basket.
That looked like, yeah.
And I think that's what we have here, as it is going to be a 1-and-1. It was a loose ball foul against Tartan. It was on Bryce Phillips.
So did the three counted then?
The three, I believe, did count, and now Phillips is going to go to the line. So the 3 counts off the ball foul immediately following the made basket. And Phillips will shoot a 1-and-1.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right on what happened right there, Sam.
Off on both attempts, missed the free throw, got his own rebound, missed there. And Phillips continuing to struggle a little bit here in the second half. We were both very high on Bryce Phillips in the first half. Still like the way he played tonight, but I think you hit the nail on the head, John. Maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Does just enough there, but somebody's asleep on North defense as losing his shoe, but making a basket is number 30, Isaiah Winfield. Winfield throws the shoe on and tries to desperately recover on defense. And now Phillips is just trying to throw up shots to get his team back into it.
Yeah, he had a nice layup, and then, sorry to cut you off there, Sam. Yeah, he had the nice layup, and then he makes an errant shot. I mean, he's trying to do too much.
Yeah, sorry, John, I was going to say you might hear it from the Tartan crowd a little bit after that one. Winfield, not a great entry pass to Horn. Horn decides to pull up the jump shot. And Jordan Horn shows why he's one of the top players in the state.
He's got 15 points, 2 below a season average, but I'm sure he'll get there towards the end of the game unless they take him out.
Lonnie Thomas, nice drive for North St. Paul. So he adds to his tally.
Lonnie Thomas with 6 points, which is right about his season average.
Tartan trying to break the full court press. They do a good job now into the half court set. Kingston Miles thought about it, pulls it back down.
Tell you what, Javon Walker is not really happy with Jordan Horn. Jordan Horn had the pass to Javon Walker wide open for the 3, and nonetheless, Jordan Horn will take this one for 2 on his own.
You talk about Horn reaching that scoring average right there. I would say he hasn't had the most impressive game. He might admit that as well. But he's definitely come on here in the second half, made pretty much any open shot. So definitely showing why he's that premier player.
I think it's a safe assessment to say he was outplayed by Good News Capogel today in that matchup. I'd say the highlighted matchup, you know, Good News definitely took it.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough for Horn as, you know, undersized in that matchup. Good News being such a good player. Trying to get you a replay. That was from a few moments ago. Made 3-pointer.
Yeah, Jordan Horn, I think, is out for the rest of the game now.
Less than 9 minutes to go. Horn is going to take a seat on the bench. A 65-42 lead for Tartan. Good News back in for North. Gives up the shot to Gary Dixon. Dixon short on the 3-pointer. Ball trickles around and eventually goes to Antoine Kimmons. Kimmons passes, gets it right back to Walker. And Walker is fouled down low. Gary Dixon can't believe it.
Why, that looked like a foul to me, Sam.
We'll take another look at that. Ball was kind of low by Walker, but you did see Dixon kind of reaching in there, so.
Yeah, I mean,
you'll see that call a lot.
They should, I mean, they fed Gorgon and Walker all game. I don't think North St. Paul has anybody within 50 to 60 pounds of these guys. Some big boys.
Change coming for Tartan as Lorenzo Huckleberry, number 2, checks in, the 5'8" senior guard. So Huckleberry getting his first performance in this one. North with it now. Here's number 13. That is Brendan Lankford Johnson, freshman here for North St. Paul. Drives baseline, throws up the short shot. That comes off the front iron, and Tartan's ready to run the other direction. Jordan Thompson almost got the poke. Good News nearly got there for the block. Somehow Thompson gets it down the hole in time. Block on the other end as Jovan Walker gets in on the action. Antoine Kimmons takes it. And the left side lay-in is good.
Yeah, this one's over, Sam. Somebody give Tartan a thread and a needle, because this one's sewn up.
That's right. Tartan very impressive here tonight. They lost that game against Bottom Meadi About a week and change ago, their first loss in the season, kind of an upset as some felt. Matamina, a very good team, but in Class 3A, Tartan had the 29-14 lead at halftime in that one, ended up giving up the lead. And you gotta imagine after seeing what they did here tonight that they learned from that.
Oh, definitely, Sam. They knew that they couldn't let their foot off the pedal. Every guy on their team stepped up. You had Jordan Thompson, Jordan Horn, Javon Walker, Noah Whalen. Their whole starting five just stepped up, and they had a great starting five. And, you know, all North St. Paul say this, all they have is good news Kapogo, and that's why they're as good as they are. But Tartan is definitely showing why they should be in the running for the state title.
We'll have another offensive foul. Good news, can't believe it. Huckleberry stands his ground.
I think he's out of this one, Sam. He fouled out. I tell you what, though.
That is number 5. Good news is going to take a seat.
That is number 5, but I think about 2 of those fouls that he had were very iffy.
I'd like to take a look at that last one as we do right here. Oh, good job by
No,
Huckleberry.
that was not a foul. That guy flopped.
No contact there?
No contact. He hit the
slightest shuffle of feet at the very last second. I think it was when his own man made contact with him.
Good news just got a technical. Watch this, Sam. Watch this replay right here. He's got the dribble. Doesn't even touch this guy.
Oh, his own man runs into him. Jordan Thompson hit him. Good eye there, John.
I don't want to say something is well-deserved to get a technical over, but that's something that I would be pretty heated over and get a technical too. You know, Good News is a hell of a player, and he just let his emotions get the best of him.
And, you know, it's something we kind of brought up throughout the broadcast. Officiating definitely looks like it's kind of gone Tartan's way here this evening.
It definitely, I mean.
Good news.
I don't think it would have made the biggest difference in this game, but there definitely were a lot of fouls on North that shouldn't have been called. If you're gonna call it, call it both ways.
And there's a lot of times where North players took a lot of contact, no call there.
Oh yeah, definitely, Sam.
But like you said, John, I don't think it would have had an impact necessarily on the final result. Maybe just the scale.
So if there's one thing I've seen, it's you know, Jordan Horn's a heck of a player, going D1. But Good News Kapogo is definitely going to be a player. He's just coming into his game. He averaged about 11 points a game last year. He's averaging 21 this year.
He's 6'5", you know, with good quickness, kind of your prototypical 2-guard nowadays with that height. 2-guard small forward, definitely at the next level.
I think if you get a little more muscle on him, he's going to be a player. He's going to be a player, and I'm sure.
We've seen his ability to kind of make things happen on his own here in his limited action this evening.
And he's got range. This kid can shoot. So is Jordan Horn. Jordan Horn had some great rebounds, great vision, and he showed you why he had that D1 scholarship to Siena. It's very tough to get D1 scholarships. I've seen a lot of players. When I was in high school, there was a guy who averaged 30 points a game for my high school. Guy didn't even go D2.
I think there were a couple technicals as Whalen is at the line again, so maybe technical foul. Not sure if the bench got a technical. Not sure if head coach Joe Juckwart got a technical as well.
Yeah, I think he might have. It's a 30-point lead. I know emotions are probably getting the best of everybody. They expected this game to be close. I know I did. I mean, a little closer than this, that's for sure. You know, I'm pretty sure North's a very young team.
Definitely a lot of new players getting experience on varsity, though. They had a lot of seniors on that team that made a state tournament run a year ago. And that team really turned things around. I believe the year before, last year, they were only a 6-win team. Picked up 20 wins last year and made it to the state tournament. Were knocked out in the first round by Hopkins, but a lot of teams can say that.
Hopkins is one of the best teams every year in the state. One thing I want to highlight right there was Gorgon's low post move was filthy. He may have missed the layup, but it's definitely a thing you would like to go back on the highlight reel and show, hey, you're younger players. That's how you do it right there.
Gorgon definitely picking up the 6th man award for this game. He's come in and just been a problem for North St. Paul.
He's definitely a guy you like to have come off the bench and just, you know, you have Javon Walker. You don't miss a beat
Another good move. I think the refs kind of keeping the whistles in their pocket there. Gorgon maybe drew some contact.
Yeah, it's a 28-point game, Sam. There's no reason to call fouls. We know who's going to win this game. I think North's, they got their younger players. They got number 11 in there now. Luke McDonough, he's a senior, so I think they're going to get some seniors in there. We see it right there with number 12 as well, Geving. They're just getting the seniors in there. Let them play a little bit. You know, they worked so hard to get where they are, and they've been playing basketball, and they're probably not going to play in college, so.
Definitely deserving. You see Huckleberry, number 2 there for Tartan, a senior as well. Gorgon, last possession. Notice that Coach Klingsporn over there on the Tartan bench was telling him, slow it down. You know, he did make a nice move, but just a little out of control on the spin. And kind of the situation, just telling him, hey, just slow it down. Don't worry, don't take an offensive foul or a turnover. Tartan does turn it over. Layup and foul.
That was definitely a hack there by Kimmins.
McDonough, good job drawing the contact.
One thing I forgot to bring up earlier, I've never seen a more impressive guy who can make layups than Kimmins. He's been able to readjust every time he gets up there and shoots a layup, and he's made them.
Have you seen his hops?
Oh, this
he
kid
gets up next to the
jump.
Yeah, exactly. He gets up next to the rim. He better be able to make it if he's that close.
Yeah, surprised he didn't dunk it home.
Wish I could get up there. Number 12, Antoine Kimmins. He's listed at 5'9". But boy, I bet you he got a good chance at dunking a basketball.
I bet you can. It's just tough to pull out. I know you don't see many high school basketball players, even if they can dunk, not dunk if it's not a fast break. If it's a fast break, they'll dunk. We've seen Jordan Horn do it in the past. But it's tough to do when you're not. If you miss it, your coach is going to yell at you. Why don't you just take the easy layup?
Absolutely. I was going to say, we saw that a couple times here in this game. People going for some huge dunks and kind of just losing the ball on their way up to the rim. Thompson is going to hold. We're getting down to about 5 minutes here left to go. Gorgon cleaning up the miss.
Ooh, that crowd for Tartan is just going nuts.
Yeah, nice shot. In a big chant going, I believe that we will win.
With the depth of this team and your starting 5 being as big and strong and being able to shoot lights out, I believe you guys will win a lot too. I'm really excited to see that Tartan Mahtomedi rematch. Me and Sam will be there.
Tartan's going to have something to prove, I'm sure. And that one, as things are looking, that one may as well decide the conference crown. And Tartan can maybe get some help, have North knock off Mahtomedi or vice versa. Tartan might have a chance of winning the crown outright.
Yeah, North still has to play Mahtomedi twice, and Tartan's got to play North one more time, and they got to play, you know, a good St. Thomas team, and then they play Mahtomedi. We'll be there on the 10th. We're trying to go live for that game, but if not, it'll definitely be on TV 19.
So North losing a little bit of their focus there as they turned it over inbound in the ball. Now Tartan nearly throws it away over and back. A good effort from Gorgon to get it back.
Yeah, he's definitely been showing, you know, some hustle and some skill. Crazy that he was on JV last year, Sam. He must have, either the team was really good, like they were that good, or he's definitely put in the work. Well, I'm sure he put in the work.
And there's a 3 as Lorenzo Huckleberry knocks it down. Now I know Tartan did lose a big man to transfer, so that maybe opened up the door a little bit for Georgian. Foul and one as Jaquas Towns, rather.
You know that Raindrop Drop Top song?
Yeah.
I think North St. Paul's version would be Raindrop Drop Top, make the 3 stop. Because this Tartan team
Everybody's
making 3s
hitting
everywhere.
You saw Huckleberry come off the bench, tries his first 3-pointer, that goes down.
This team can just shoot. They all have great like shooting form, and for a high school team, that's impressive. Sometimes you see these guys, they're scorers, but they can't, you know, they're not very good at, like, their form is awful, and that's why they don't go to the next level. Because you can only keep that, you know, shooting form for so long. But these guys all have great strokes. And Marco Hernandez is another senior in there for Tartan. So they're playing the seniors now.
That's a name that you might be familiar with, you TV19 football fans, Marco Hernandez. He's running a little quarterback there for the Tartan squad.
Yeah, he had a great arm, I tell you what. I just remember when Park absolutely destroyed Tartan.
Football, that is, right?
Yeah, football.
That was a big game.
Basketball.
What was the score of that? Like 170 to 65?
69 to 32, I think
Yeah,
it
it was a high-scoring game. A lot of commercial breaks in that one.
It was a lot of fun, though, to watch a game like that. I felt like I was watching the Big 12.
Was the quarterback for Park?
Brandon Alt, he just signed I think he's going to Bemidji State. He got a D2 scholarship.
Hey, how about this little tidbit of information coming from your Fab 5 schools? Andy Voyen of Matamidi, originally committing to Winona State to play football, but now was recently offered by North Dakota State, decided to make the switch. And congrats to Andy. I think that's a good move. Unfortunate for Winona State, but when you get offered by a program like NDSU, I know I would jump at that opportunity.
Yeah, Sam, I was really surprised at his size, and he's got great hands, that he was going to Winona State. He didn't have at least a D1 AA scholarship, but he did. He got the offer, and congratulations to him. Like you said, he put in the work.
Yeah, he had kind of an injury-plagued junior season, and it really shined for that Matamidi team that made the state tournament this year. Kind of put his name on the map, but you said got great size for receiver, about 6'3", at 180-pound range, something like that, able to go get him. And we saw that a lot this fall for Zephyr football.
Yeah, they had a heck of a team this year, and we just saw TJ Tumbleson dominating in the wrestling ring yesterday, huh?
Yeah, he definitely, you think he's tough to deal with on the football field. Just wait till you have to oppose him on the wrestling mat. Another three-pointer from Tartan. That time, it's Terrell James, number 3 senior guard.
His second three of the game. This team, they had to be shooting over 50% from three today. I stopped counting, but that's insane.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to tip your cap to the opponent. And although this one's going to end up lopsided on the score sheet, I think a lot of that Tartan sharp shooting got North down, and they kind of conceded a little bit here in the second half.
Yeah, I tell you what, North isn't going to forget this game when they rematch, and that one's at North. And last year was the same story. Tartan killed North at Tartan. North beat Tartan at North. So you know what? It's any given ball game, home court advantage definitely means something. I mean, this crowd wasn't into it until the first 10 minutes until they realized they were up. So I think North might get a little more animated, get up, because they'll remember this one. And good news won't forget this game.
Yeah, and unfortunate for the traveling North fans is they were never really able to get up and into this one, as Tartan was ahead pretty much the whole way. Three-pointer from the corner, that's knocked down. As Kevin Yang, number 24, 6'2" junior, hits it.
Man, 6'2" junior.
Oh, what a pass from Hernandez. Hernandez used to pass in the football. Shows he can do it with the rock. That one falls kindly. And that is 20, Sam Barraquette. He's another senior.
Marco Hernandez might have the longest short serve basketball player I've ever seen.
They're getting down there. I noticed in the JV game, I'm not sure if that's a problem with these Tartan uniforms. I saw a couple guys on JV really kind of hiking up their shorts. You see that there with number 21 for Tartan, kind of on the low block. Laquan Cochran. He's kind of got those shorts up above the knee. That's something you see a little bit more. Back in my day, it was all about below the knee. Trying to make him like Hernandez, about as baggy as you could get.
Oh,
I always hated it. I could never dribble between my legs.
I know, when I played basketball, it was the same way. Recently the shorter shorts are starting to make a little bit of a comeback. The little.
There are a couple players even in college basketball that went with like the John Stockton style, like super short shorts. They just liked, the free feel of that, and I don't know. I guess it wasn't as constricting.
The college fad of cutting your jersey deeper. Have you seen that, where it looks different than everybody else, like Amir Coffee?
I know that Springs from Minnesota does that. I wasn't sure if that was like something he did, or if just they can wear like a different style.
It's like a weird. It's different.
Kind of more of like a traditional tank top almost, or. Actually, I don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah, I think you're right with the Matamidi coaches here scouting. I'm going to guess they're scouting North and Tartan. I know
Yeah,
they
why
faced
not?
North twice and Matamidi once.
Mott must have been off this evening.
I'm not sure.
And that one's off for Tartan.
I don't know. I could tweet at Parker Fox and ask him.
McDonough, long three, no good. That one's followed up and knocked in. And Dylan Bateman with the soft touch.
Oh, I was going to say, if that goes in, Sam, they're just on it tonight.
So 30 seconds left to go. That one is way too far in front of McDonough, and he's going to be unable to run it down. Checking in for North, going to be number 22, Marcus Sims, junior center, 6'6".
32 seconds left in the game. This one's, oh, it's been wrapped up for a long time.
Take inside, deflected away from a Bowler player. That's going to stay with Tartan. Tartan working around again, just under 15 seconds left to go. Offensive rebound, nobody there for North. And Matt Monum is going to turn it in, the 6'4" sophomore. And that'll just about do it as time runs out. Long shot from Bateman, no good. Well, Tartan takes this one, the first meeting between these two on the season. Big win for the Titans as they hand the North Polars their first loss in the Metro East. Well, there you have it. Tartan is victorious. For everyone here at TV19 Sports, I want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Hey, John Miller here, TV19 with Jordan Horn, senior for Tartan, coming off a big win against North St. Paul. Jordan, did you guys think that this would be as big of a blowout as it was tonight?
I knew my team came in with confidence. We came in with confidence. I'll never want to say it's going to be a close game or we're going to lose or we're going to blow them out. We just come, we play hard, we play tough, and that's how we play at Tartan, and that just happened to be the outcome of the game.
Yeah, good news. Capogo is definitely a heck of a player. Do you guys have a little bit of a rivalry there, like maybe with Parker Fox and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. Whenever we play against a good team in our conference, our section, non-conference, whatever it is, we're always going at their neck. They're always coming for us. So it's always fun and a great atmosphere in our district coming together like this. So it's always fun.
Let me ask you a question. Are you guys normally as good at three-pointers as you guys displayed tonight?
We're improving. We weren't a little bit last year, but now everybody's in the gym over the off season and stuff. So we're improving. We're getting better.
Yeah, I know you started off a little slow. You started off with a three. You had a great assist to start the game. What do you think of your teammates stepping up when they were guarding you heavily?
Oh, I know they got my back. So I know I can trust them, and they can trust me whenever my shot's not going or somebody else is. I know somebody else is gonna pick up the slack from me or another teammate. So I know they always got my back.
Do you think this solidifies that you and Matamidi belong up at the top of the conference and you guys are the teams to beat at the top of the Metro East Conference?
Oh yeah, definitely. I always feel like us being from Tartan, we always have an X on our back. I always feel like we're the top dog in our conference and everybody's coming for us, so we got to bring our A game no matter who we're playing.
Where do you think this team can go this season?
I can see us winning the state championship. If we play correctly, we play together, and we play smart and we play as a team, there's no doubt we won't be short of a state championship.
I know me and Sam were talking up there. You guys definitely look like you belong up there with the contenders for the state title. You have a D1 scholarship to Siena. Tell me what that's like, and how excited you are to play D1 basketball after you might win the state tournament.
It's truly a dream come true, and it's a blessing. It's always something I dream for, and I've worked for, so the hard work is paying off, and I know that's just the beginning. And I can't wait to get out there in June when I go out to Siena and I start my journey as a college student, as a college athlete. So I just want to finish the season out strong and see where this takes us. Hopefully after the state championship, I'm going to college with that under my belt.
How much are you looking forward towards that rematch with Matamidi? I know you guys kind of had a big lead, and you looked like you might have should have won that game. Do you think you guys are going to come out ready to play, and you guys are going to beat them?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I always have the confidence in my team. I know we'll come out strong, and they beat us, so we know that they got that over us. And I wasn't playing, and that kind of hurt me seeing my team lose without me on the court. So I'll be back for that, and we'll be ready to go. It'll be a fun game.
All right, well, you heard it here. That was Jordan Horn, D1 commit to Siena, Tartan star player. Thanks for being here, and good luck the rest of the season. Thank you. We got Noah Whalen here from Tartan, who absolutely stepped up this game. You had a heck of a game. What was it like for you being really hot to start the first half?
It was a lot of fun. My teammates were finding me on the fast break and everything, and then we got in our groove and we were up by a lot to start the game. We came out hot, so it was really good team basketball, and we really moved a lot. So I just got my fair share of shots.
Yeah, you guys definitely showed the depth that you had. But I asked Jordan this. Are you guys normally good at three-pointers as you guys displayed tonight? I know you guys shot some insane percentage tonight.
Yeah, I'd say we're pretty good at threes. You know, Jay Horn's going D1, and then we got other guys, me and JT, we're shooters, and then Kingston shoots too. And so, I mean, even our big guys can stretch out the floor. So I'd say we're a pretty good three-point shooting team.
Yeah, you definitely had Jordan Horn. You know, he started off the game with a nice three from deep. But then after that, their defense was all over him, which created shots for you. What was it like to be open all the time and draining shots even when they were contested?
I mean, it's what you ask for. I mean, you say a little prayer that it goes in, but it's just like shoot around there if nobody's in your face. And with all these fans here, it's just a lot of fun because then they just go crazy for you.
Yeah, and you guys have an insane amount of depth. That starting five, I think, all had over almost 10 points a game. Have you guys all been playing basketball for so long together, and you guys just have some nice cohesion between all you guys?
Actually, this is only my second year here at Tartan, so, I mean, as a varsity, yeah, we all played. I think almost all of us were on the varsity last year. So, yeah, we got good chemistry, and the coaches got us working really well together, so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know you guys had a big win tonight. North St. Paul was ahead of you only because they didn't have a loss in the standings, and you guys lost to Matamidi. You'll be rematching them on the 10th. Do you think you can put up a good fight? And I know you guys blew a big lead. Do you think you're going to beat them this time around?
Yeah, I definitely have confidence in our team with every game we're going into. So, I mean, we can't really look ahead that far into the schedule yet because, I mean, we even got a game tomorrow. So we got to look forward to the games we got first. But, yeah, I'd say we have a pretty good chance.
Let me just ask you bluntly, where do you think this team's going to go?
State.
State title or?
State tournament for now. Once we get to state, we'll look at it from there.
Oh, yeah, you guys definitely have a heck of a team. And Noah, I'd like to thank you for coming on TV 19. Great game, and good luck to you guys the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.